Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today, we'll tell you about the supernova explosion that's going to take over the night sky all over the world. So let's get started. A bright new supernova has exploded in the night sky, and a telescope on top of Mauna Kea in Hawaii was the best place on Earth to take pictures of the aftermath of the cosmic explosion. On May 19th, the Japanese scientist Koichi Itagaki found the supernova in the Pinwheel Galaxy's spiral arms. Itagaki is a very dedicated supernova hunter. Using his observatory in the mountains near Yamagata, Japan, he has found more than 80 of these star explosions. The SN 2023 IXF supernova is the closest one in the last 5 years. When a star bursts violently near the end of its life, this is called a supernova. The Pinwheel Galaxy is about 21 million light-years from Earth and points toward the star Ursa Major. The galaxy is facing Earth and showing off its beautiful spiral shape and nearly 1 trillion stars. Nebulae, or places where stars form, are shown in pink light in the spiral arms of the galaxy. The blue dots of light in the picture from the Hawaii telescope show a group of young, bright stars. Dark dust areas are one of the most important parts of how stars are made. In one of the spiral arms of the galaxy, at the bottom left of the picture, a new supernova shines bright blue. Astronomers think it is a Type 2 supernova, which happens when a huge star with a mass 8 to 50 times of that of our Sun runs out of nuclear fuel, collapses, and bursts. It is the second explosion in 15 years to happen in the Pinwheel Galaxy. Astronomers are using binoculars to watch the newly found supernova, so they can learn more about how stars explode and how the brightness of the explosion changes over time. The Gemini North Telescope in Hawaii has taken a new picture of the aftermath of the supernova. This is the observatory's first science observation since taking a 7-month break. In October, the telescope's main mirror broke while it was being moved, leaving a chipped edge. Since then, the main mirror has been fixed, giving a new layer of protective coating and put back in place. This means that the telescope can once again search the night sky for cosmic events. Scientists think that it will slowly disappear until it can't be seen with visible light. If you haven't seen the new supernova bursting in the night sky yet, don't worry. You should be able to see it for at least another year, and maybe even longer. And it's not going away anytime soon. The supernova, which is now called SN 2023 IXF, is one of the biggest and brightest ones seen in the past 10 years. Even though the human eye can just barely see it, a small telescope or even high magnification binoculars can show it. It is in the galaxy Messier 101, or M101, which is also known as the Pinwheel Galaxy. Astronomers, both amateur and professional, have become very interested in it very quickly. Pearly thinks that it will stay bright for quite a while, maybe even a couple of months. After that, the explosion will get less bright. Over the next year, 2 or 3 years, it will finally become hard to see again, said Pearly. Peter Brown from Texas A&M Supernova says that most regular Type 2 supernovae, which is the same type as SN 2023 IXF, stay bright for about 100 days before they start to dim. Brown says that the latest blast is different from the ones that came before it. SN 2023 IXF has stayed very bright, making it impossible for NASA's Swift space camera to get enough data on it. This is different from most Type 2 supernovae, which fade quickly in the ultraviolet range right after they are found. Because this one is different, it might fade, Brown thought. However, an amateur astronomer with a good telescope might be able to see it for months to come. Even if SN 2023 IXF gets dimmer, it might quickly get brighter if it interacts with clouds or shells that are closer to the dying star. When the supernova is no longer bright enough to see, it will still be shining brightly in other parts of the spectrum. Brown says that large telescopes should be able to watch the new discovery for years, and space telescopes like NASA's Hubble telescope or the James Webb Space Telescope may be able to watch the explosion for decades. Still, you shouldn't wait another year to take your binoculars outside. Experts think the supernova will last for a while, but they don't know for sure. It could still surprise us, says Pearly. We don't really know for sure. This new supernova, which is the biggest in years, may help scientists figure out when other stars will explode. Daniel Perley, an astrophysicist at Liverpool John Moores University, says that astronomers may be able to place the exact moment of the explosion to within minutes, because so many amateur and professional observations of the galaxy have been made. When we first see a supernova, it's usually a day, 2 days, 3 days, or even a week after the explosion, Perley said. This one was found within hours of the first explosion of the star, and we might be able to cut that down to a few minutes once we collect some of the amateur data that people have been taking by accident of the galaxy. So it will be possible to put very nice limits on when the bomb will go off. That's strange. With the science we have now, it's not unusual to find a supernova. Cosimo Insera, an astrophysicist at Cardiff University, says that every night, strong survey telescopes find several supernovas. In a single year, scientists can find more than 22,000 transient events, which are quick, bright spots in galaxies. This picture shows both supernovas and stars that were torn apart by black holes. On average, most of these transients are up to redshift 0.1 away, said Insera. That's between 0.7 and 1.5 giga-light-years. When this kind of explosion happens near our galaxy, the Milky Way, scientists can see it before it gets as bright as it can get. They can also watch it for longer and do other things they can't do with events far away. When it's close, we can get the whole electromagnetic spectrum of information, which our telescopes usually can't see in faraway objects because the signal is so weak, Insera said. Only a small number of supernovas have been found using the whole range of electromagnetic waves. And since this one is so bright, we already have information from X-ray, visual, and near-infrared. In different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, the different wavelengths of radiation given off by objects in the world tell us different things about their sources. Insera has high hopes that the studies of supernova 2023 IFX will help them figure out what the exploded star's debris was made of chemically. This, in turn, could help us learn more about how the chemical makeup of the universe has changed over time. This would show how the dust spread by exploded stars creates new generations of stars all over the universe. Astronomers are already going through the data gathered by Hubble Space Telescope to learn more about the so-called progenitor star that 2023 IFX came from. At this time, the star outburst that has astronomers so interested may be hitting its brightest point ever. However, amateur viewers will still be able to see it for the next few months. Insera thinks that the expert scientists will study the effects of the event for a long time to come. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and comment down your thoughts on this. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.